Hello, wholeness, my dear seeds of Silvertree. Welcome to Runes of Silvertree. May this message find you well and whole. Thank you so much for being here. So I hope that everyone is having a great start to their June, the month of June. We are in the month of, the goddess and the God, right? We have the Father's Day coming up, and we also have, it's the time of marriage, the time of, we're entering into the summer solstice energy, okay? Towards the end of the month, I believe, of this month. I think it's the 21st, 20th. It's usually always the 20th or 21st. And sometimes the 22nd, so I'm not sure. And yeah, so let's get started with this reading. So when I pulled this rune here, I heard the phrase purification spells. Okay. Now, I believe that when it comes to magic and when it comes to doing energy cleanses, when it comes to doing anything ritualistic, I believe in solitary practice, meaning you go within yourself and you use the tools that work for you. There are people who, I remember at the beginning of my journey, my spiritual journey, I was the one that went out and got all the crystals, all the esoteric books. I went to almost every single drum circle. I would include other people. I was included in other groups. I made it, I was hungry. I was a seeker to try to figure out what was happening to me, to develop a relationship with this spiritual self, within me, my soul. And after so many years, I've come to the conclusion that you really and truly have to be like water when it comes to this. You have to be very light with yourself. Have self-compassion on your journey when it comes to doing energy work. Some people are called down the path of Reiki. Some people are called down the path of, tarot. Some people are called down the path of a guru or studying under a master. There's so many different paths. And like I say all the time, all paths lead to one, which is source. So when it comes to purification spells or purification rituals, let's say you're just really having nasty repetitive thoughts, anxiety, anger, I want you to try to approach it in the most simplest form. Okay? Well, Nadja, what do you mean by that? Simplest form. I'm going through this divorce. I can't pay my bills. I'm facing homelessness. I don't know where I'm going to get my next check. I have this illness. I'm trying to run several businesses. I don't know what to do. Okay? Because there are people who are going through either one of those things or all of those things. Okay? We all go through these things. But when you're setting up your energy practice, when you're setting up your personal ritual, do your very best to not go online and copy. Now, you're probably saying, well, Nadja, you're contradicting yourself in a way because I'm watching your video, I'm listening to your message, and you're telling me, you're giving me advice on what to do. I'm not going to give you a step-by-step ritual. That's not what I'm here to do. I'm here to tell you to simplify, right? Because here's the thing. One drop, okay? One drop of water creates how many ripples? Right? Just imagine that. I'm getting a visual now. So just one drop, and then you have the ripple, and another ripple, and another ripple, and another ripple. If you're in the space of releasing in this time of Mercury retrograde, or you're revisiting an issue, I really would ask you to write down everything that's stressing you out. Okay, from breakups to makeups to getting kicked out of the house, like all the things that can go wrong and has gone wrong or will go wrong, right? And then I really want you to just one by one cross off one by one. And I want you to prioritize and circle the ones that really stick out to you. You really feel like, oh, this is awful. This is gross. Like, I don't want to look at it. I don't want to look at it. This is making me, driving me nuts. When you find that one issue, right? I want you to just write out a journal entry, everything, just like, this is going wrong, and this is how it's making me feel, okay? And after you do that exercise, I want you to formulate all those feelings into one word. And I want you to try to really, and this is difficult, okay? And I'm going to try this too. Like, this is a very challenging thing to do. All right, you're going to take that one word and you're going to write it on a sheet of paper or on a note card. And that one word is going to be you're going to use that word as a release, okay? Now, I'm getting a lot of water energy for some reason. I'm getting a lot of water energy from this symbol right now. I'm getting images of water. Okay, so either you next on this the full moon in this month, you can use, take your little word and every day look at it. Don't, there's sometimes, it's okay to, like, when you're doing writing exercise or writing spells or something, you just tuck it away and forget about it. But this is something I want you to continue to look at, study it, meditate on it, really contemplate the feeling and thoughts and feelings that you have around this one word, because this word is a symbolic. And if you can't figure out a word, make a sigil, make a symbol of this thing that just that's blocking you. And before you, when you get up in the morning, look at it. Just look at it. You can play soothing music in the background, okay? And and then when you get right before you go to bed, you look at it, you contemplate, you meditate on it, and then you put it in a safe spot, and then you do the next thing in the morning. All right? Now you can put any kind of words like, I'm releasing this feeling, I'm releasing this energy, over and over and over and over again. However, that whatever's comfortable for you. And just so you know, I'm creating this ritual, this practice, this simple practice right on the spot. None of this is written down. I don't have what many people call book of shadows. I don't. It's not my thing. It's more of intuitive, but that's what I'm getting here. So purifying yourself, keeping your rituals simple, because the whole pomp and circumstance, you needing a full-blown ritual, you need to write out step by step by step by step by step, that can hinder you. So keep your rituals to the point and keep the intention super clear. I kid you not. You may not have all the spiritual, pretty aesthetic spiritual tools at your disposal, but it's the intent and the feeling and the thinking and the action that you put into your purification spell or your purification ritual. This is energy work, okay? This is metaphysical. It goes beyond the physical, but it includes your mentality, your thinking, your emotions, and the actions that you take. Okay? The energy vortex is the most important thing when creating spells and rituals and spiritual practices and energy work. All of the wands, the crystals, the cards, the oracle decks, the runes, like all of this, you have to really get to a certain space to not even have to use candles and all this other stuff. But it helps. Like, I know for me, it helps me, using the candle to set the mood and set the intention on what I'm doing, right? But less is more. So really try to be mindful of that when you are doing your purifications. It's the feeling, it's the thoughts, and it's the action. Now, action meaning repetition, doing something over and over and over and over again. That's very powerful. A lot of the time, us wild women and men like to be very in the woo-woo, in the stars, in the metaphysical, and the unseen, and the auras, and we get really kind of distracted by the clairs, right? Clairvoyance, clairaudience. Like, we get really caught up in those abilities sometimes. And sometimes I find that, you have to put action. You have to repeat over and over and over and over. Repetition is the first law of learning, right? And in order for the subconscious mind to learn this new method of simple purification energy work, you have to repeat over and over and over. Okay? So that's the message in this. Yeah. Purification spell. So just the point of this the whole message in this video, and the point I'm making is this. Focus more on your thoughts, your feelings, and the actions involving this energy work. Okay? This is key, because if you're lacking strong intention, if your mind is distracted, if your body is not healthy, in a healthy state, the ritual means absolutely shit. It doesn't mean anything. Right? It really doesn't. Okay? And look, and I'm not saying you have to be like this perfect, vegan, healthy nutcase. No. What I'm trying to say is that be as healthy as you can be. The best that you can be for that moment, right? It's not about perfection. It's about your intent behind the action, your intent with your thinking, and intent with your emotions, with your feelings, with your heart. That is the missing ingredient when I see so many videos on law of attraction, manifest. Like, I really find that, I love the fact that it's so popular now, but it's so ego driven. So much ego. Okay? Not saying it doesn't work. It does work. You do receive what you ask for. You will always receive what you ask for. It may not come how you think it should, but it always comes. That's the law, one of the laws of the universe, But again, make sure your energy vortex is in alignment when you're doing these energy purification practices. Okay? That's what I'm saying in this message. I hope maybe you find this message well, and that you're in a space of wholeness. Please visit my music channel, Silvertree, or Sounds of Silvertree, SOS, YouTube channel. If you would like a personal free reading with me, please email me or leave a comment below. Just say, hey, Nadja, I'm interested. Then I can look and take it from there. Thank you so much for stopping by. I really appreciate it. Again, I'm still learning. I'm still I'm still learning, okay, as I go. I just want to honor the human collective in this way. Thank you.